Minister of Finance and asks, what reports has he received on the economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, I mentioned yesterday a report that showed that in the 9 years from September 1999 to September 2008, real after-tax wages in New Zealand grew by only 3% in total. I thought that number must be wrong, and I asked my office to check it. The figure is correct, but in fact almost all of that growth happened in the first 4 years of the period. In the last 5 years, from September 2003 to September 2008, there was essentially no growth in real after-tax wages in New Zealand.
Amy Adams. Point of order, the Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, we have repeatedly brought up with you the issue of the sound system. Now I can hear it clicked in then, so I'm now echoing back upon myself. It's very easy to hear comment from the other side, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it was not easy to hear the Minister's comments. There's something seriously wrong here that needs to be sorted out. It's quite unfair to members at the present time.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Speaker, I want to say that it might be something to do with the balance, because it seemed that the comments seem to be coming this way. It might just be coming back to members over there as the problem.
Order. I don't believe we need to take further time on this right now, but let me apologise to all members that I am not happy with the performance of the sound system. Members will recollect that we gave permission for sound technicians to be present on the floor of the House to make tests and conduct analysis of what is wrong with the sound system. Those technicians are coming back in September next month to make further adjustments to the sound system following the problems that they detected from their work here, and I do apologise in the meantime for the inadequate performance of the sound system. Amy Adams, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. What were some of the reasons for real after-tax income increases being so low in the 9 years to 2008?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, one reason was that annual inflation was frequently running above 3%. In fact, by September 2008, annual inflation reached 5.1% without any pressure from an increase in GST. The other reason is that right through that 9 years to September 2008, there were no tax cuts, which meant that people on the average wage were paying an increasing proportion of their wage in taxation.
Amy Adams.
To the Minister, what measures has the government taken to increase New Zealanders' after-tax incomes and boost economic growth?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, of course the two of those go together. Measures which boost economic growth will ultimately boost after-tax incomes. But in Budget 2010, the government announced across-the-board personal income tax cuts. This will help families by leaving more cash in their pockets, giving them stronger incentives to get ahead. And after they have paid their increased GST, the average household will be $25 per week better off.
Amy Adams.
To the Minister, how will the tax package on October the 1st improve New Zealanders' incomes?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, it certainly will. It certainly will, if only because the government will be collecting less revenue from GST than it will be paying out in income tax cuts. For example, the average household income is $76,000 and they will receive a weekly tax cut of $46. Even if they spend every last dollar aside from their housing costs, they will pay extra GST of $21. This will leave them $25 a week better off. A wage worker on the average wage of about $50,000 will be around $15 a week better off. A typical couple on New Zealand Super with a fixed income will receive a tax cut and compensation worth $22 a week and pay about $11 a week more in GST, so they will be $11 a week better off.
Question number 2, the Honourable Leader of